Your Dodge dealer presents, in cooperation with the American National Theater and Academy, Showtime U.S.A. And here is your host, the distinguished Broadway producer, Mr. Vinton Freedley.
Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Showtime U.S.A. Now, every sport, every profession has its yardstick for success. In baseball, if a player hits 350 or 400, he's considered tops. In the theater, names in lights or billing over the title of a play denotes stardom. In the musical world, it's record sales that count. Sell over 1 million platters of one recording, and you've made it. But not many singers do hit that million mark. Now, our first guest this week is one of those fortunate few. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most popular vocalists, the pert and lovely Miss Margaret Whiting.
Wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. It's awful nice, it's paradise, it's what I love to see. You've made my life so glamorous. Well, who blames me for being amorous? It's wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. It's wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. It's awful nice, it's paradise, it's what I love to see. My dear, it's 4-leaf clover time. From now on, my heart's working overtime. Wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now, if I may, I'd like to do another wonderful song. It's called The St. Louis Blues. I hate to see that evening sun go down. I hate to see that evening sun go down. 'Cause my baby, he done left this town. Like I feel today. If I feel tomorrow like I feel today, I'll pack my trunk and make my getaway. If it weren't for powder and that store-bought hair, that man I love
I can see. That man got a heart like a rock cast in the sea. Or else he wouldn't have gone so far from me. I've got those hard to lose. St. Louis blues.
Thank you, Margaret White. You know, everybody talks about the weather, but there's little we can do about it. However, here's a man who has done something about the weather, at least insofar as cars are concerned. He's Ted Bennett, who represents the engineering division, the men who design and build those great Dodge cars.
Well, Vinton, automotive engineers may not be able to change the weather, but they've certainly done a lot to help make cars safer and more comfortable in any kind of weather conditions. And I'd like to show you some of the things we've done to help make the 1951 Dodge weatherproof and comfortable all year round. Here's a diagram showing the many places on the Dodge body where special seals, gaskets, and rubber parts are used to keep out the dust and dirt and the moisture and drafts. There's a special new watertight sealing around the windshield and the engine hood. And down here at these vitally important door sills, in fact, around every door, there's a new tighter seal to protect you from dust and drafts. Now, here's something else that's vitally important to all-weather driving. Where most ordinary windshield wipers fail you when you need them most, when you're going uphill or passing somebody else, these electric windshield wipers always operate at the same speed, assuring you clear, steady vision when the weather is very bad. And they're standard equipment on all Dodge models. Dodge engineers have developed an unusually efficient heating and ventilating system. It's the Dodge all-weather comfort system. It's very well named, for it keeps you warm in winter and pulls the cool air in summer. This system, plus the insulation in the car body, assures you ideal climate inside the car no matter what the weather outside. Complete weather conditioning in the car is something that is an extra feature of the Dodge cars, only one of the many extra value features that your Dodge dealer will be glad to show you. When you need a new car or truck or a used car or truck, remember that your Dodge dealer is transportation headquarters. He sells new Dodge and Plymouth passenger cars, Dodge job-rated trucks, and used vehicles that represent true value for your dollar. So see him tomorrow.
Every so often, I'm asked a specific question about the American National Theater and Academy. Now, it goes something like this.
Mr. Freedley, I'd like to know what Auntie does to help you.
Well, you see, now, listen, my dear, we have a play series, we have a television program, we have a play reading service, we have a lecture bureau.
Oh, I know all of those things, but I'd like to find out what you do for young people who are starting out in the theater.
Oh, well, you see, now, once a year, the Stage Managers Club of New York puts on a show for producers, directors, and talent scouts. Now, it's held at the Ada Playhouse. At these shows, all the youngsters in the business have the opportunity to go on the stage and show their stuff. Now, the name of this one Wonder Day it's called Talent 51. Last year it was called Talent 50, the year before that Talent 49, and so on. Now, last year, three rather, different ladies took the stage of the Ada Playhouse, and they did a comedy act that stopped the show. Now, next morning, every talent scout in the world were looking for them, and they were hailed as a female combination of, the Ritz brothers and the female Marx brothers. Now, from last spring until this spring, they've become a sensation in the nightclubs. And here for their last appearance in the United States, before they're flying to London, are the Mademoiselles.
Hello. Rejoice. Relax. Take off your shoes. And read the news. How about a game of chess? Stop all your inhibitions. Just let yourself go. Let's all go really crazy. Hiya, howdy. Oh! Clang, clang, clang. I'm a trolley. Ding, dong, ding. I'm a bell. Either I'm Salvador Dali or I'm just not feeling well. Woo! Don't sit down, but have you seen the latest issue of the Focus? It names names. Mink for me? Oh, mister, I could kiss ya. Call me a taxi changer. You're a taxi crazy and we're mad, 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 mad. Strange music in our ears.
Hot dog, get your hot dogs. Buy some ice cold beer.
Cigarettes, cigars, and almond bars.
Love and chandelier. But for sale, not for sale.
For sale. Do anything you want to. Try the latest fad. Let's all go really crazy because we're mad, 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 mad.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now we would like to do for you, Ladies of the Scarsdale Garden Club, we have a little surprise in store for you. We have been digging at the problem of how best to fertilize the idle winter months when gardening ceases and Jack Frost lays his blanket of snow on our cozy garden beds. Our inspiration came, but like the... Oh, thank you. But like the daisies, we've kept our secrets well. Now we feel we are ready. We have mastered the balance, which we hope to do for such worthy causes as the Fresh Air Fund for hothouse flowers and the Rehabilitation Center for blighted begonias. And now, ladies, are you ready? Are you ready?
Young Molly, who lived at the foot of the hill, whose fame every virgin with envy doth fill. Her beauty is blessed with so awful a share. Men call her the lost with a delicate air, with a delicate air. Men call her the lost with so delicate air. One evening last May, as I traversed the grove in thoughtless retirement, not dreaming of love, I chanced to espy the gay nymph I declare, and really she had a most delicate air, a most delicate air, and really she had a most delicate air. Murmuring brook on a green mossy bed, a chaplet composing the fair one was there. Surprised and transported, I could not forbear, with rapture to gaze on her. On the delicate hair, with rapture to gaze on her. Delicate. Thousand times more I think you, but this above all, and to be you. Then tell me if Arthur the fair, how to with a with a delicate hair, how to wheel the deal of sweet soul.
Dependability of the St. Bernard.
Ain't no more dependable than the new Dodge.
Right. The glamorous new 1951 Dodge gives you new beauty and that famous Dodge dependability. A chassis engineered for strength, safety, and comfort. Dependability. A big getaway engine with flashing pickup. A high-compression engine designed to give peak performance with regular-grade gasoline. Dependability. A revolutionary new Oriflow shock absorber system that permits you to float down roads that stop other cars. Dependability. Safeguard brakes that provide complete control of braking power with greater safety, reliability, and economy. Dependability. Yes, sir, this fellow's right when he says,
Believe me, that new Dodge is a doggone dependable car.
The master of drawing room comedy, Ben W. Levy, wrote a hilarious piece that swept Broadway last season. Its name, Clutterbuck. And this week, Showtime U.S.A. is extremely happy to present it with one of the theater's most adept and amusing comedy stars whom you've seen in innumerable pictures. And those of you who will be in New York in a few weeks will have the opportunity of seeing him in the Anta play series of George Bernard Shaw's Getting Married. I'm referring, of course, to Mr. Arthur Treacher. Now, in Clutterbuck, Mr. Treacher will play the part of Arthur Pomfret. He'll be supported by Diana Herbert as Melissa, by Sylvia Stone as Deborah Pomfret, and by John Merivale as Julian Pugh. And now, with your permission, I'll set the scene for Ben Levy's comedy hit, Clutterbuck. The best way for me to tell you this story is to tell you what one rainy afternoon last week I bumped into the wife of an old friend of mine, Deborah Pomfret. Her usually cheerful face was wearing an expression of marked annoyance. At first, I thought it was the weather.
Good afternoon, Vinton.
Well, Deborah, it's been weeks. Where have you been keeping yourself?
Arthur and I have been on a cruise. And don't ask me how I liked it, because I'll tell you. I despised every minute of it.
Oh, but Deborah, you look so well while you're brown as a nut. And I thought cruising was supposed to be so wonderful.
Well, so did I. In fact, I planned this one myself. Jane Pugh, my best friend, had just been married, and I wanted our husbands to meet, so I arranged for the four of us to take a trip.
Why, it sounds like a good idea.
It wasn't. It was ghastly. It turned out that Clutterbuck was on board.
Who?
Clutterbuck. He was the man with whom I was once desperately in love. But it also turned out that Jane had once been in love with him, too. And to make more embarrassment, Clutterbuck was married to a girl who had once had attachments to both of our husbands.
Well, good heavens.
Well, I used much stronger language, Vinton, when the ship docked at a little port in the tropics, and Julian, that's Jane's husband, and Arthur, my husband, met Melissa, Clutterbuck's wife. Julian and I were on the patio of some tourist hotel when Arthur came backing in looking for something.
Hello, Pomfret. Hello, Pugh. How are you? Yes, how are you?
What are you doing?
What do you mean, who? Me?
Yes, darling, you.
Oh, I'm just looking for something.
Obviously, for what?
My cigarette case.
Oh, really? Not the lovely one I gave you?
Yes, the tin one.
Really? When did you miss it?
Oh, where have you been, old man? Did you sit down anywhere?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. I sat here, I think. I was sitting like this.
Yes.
No, as a matter of fact, I think it was like that.
Oh, well, let's have a look around for
Yes,
it,
let's do that, shall we? Father, yes.
Julie!
Melissa!
Oh, Julie, Oh, my little Julie!
Well, now. Oh, look, here's another old friend.
Auntie, my little Auntie Pomegranate. Darling, how are you?
Yes, I'm very well, thank you, dear. Very well,
You
dear.
haven't changed a bit.
No, I haven't. No, this is my wife. Here, wife. There.
How do you do?
How do you do? Please forgive me.
Oh, but of course. Help yourself.
Oh, dear.
May I really?
Why, certainly.
Oh, my old man,
Yes. I say, you know, Melissa and I used to be old friends.
I rather suspected you had met before.
Yes, well, as a matter of fact, so's old Pugh. Now, come on, now, fair's fair.
Darling Auntie, the same as ever.
Yes. Now, come on, I say. Get away, girl. I say, I'm most frightfully sorry, Deborah.
Auntie, what are you apologizing for?
I was about to ask the same question.
Well, I say it's awfully hot, isn't it?
I I'm not hot.
No, well, of course, you're very sensibly dressed, aren't you? I say, go on now, say something, old boy.
I'm so delighted to see Melissa again that I'm left speechless.
Oh, Julie.
Yes, I'm left speechless, too.
Well, do let's sit down and talk over old times.
Oh, yes, that'd be nice.
You don't mind, do you?
Oh, on the contrary, I'm only surprised and delighted as Arthur had any old times.
Oh! I say, what's that? What was that in the script?
Well, Artie, you sit here next to me.
All right.
And Julie, you sit next to me also. You sit there. You know, I knew you were both on board.
Oh, are you on board, too?
Yes, of course.
Oh, excellent.
I say, are you going all the way?
Yes, all the way. Isn't that lovely?
Oh, yeah, lovely, yes. Yes, lovely, yes.
You know, I knew you were both on board because I saw your name on the passenger list.
Oh, well, why didn't you come and talk to us?
I've been ick. E-ick.
What's she been?
She's been sick.
Seasick.
For 4 days. Yesterday was my first day up, and then only for an hour.
Oh, you all right now?
Oh, now I'm fiddly-dee. Are you fiddle,
Oh,
Arthur?
yes, very fiddle, thank you. Yes, how do you do?
Oh, that's good. But aren't you getting a little fatter around the rum-tum-tummy-ido?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, but Arthur, you are. Everywhere, especially around the rum-tum-tummy-ido.
I don't think that's very funny, Deborah.
Oh, but it is, darling.
How long have you both been married? I saw you each had a missus on the passenger list.
5 months.
5 years.
You have a lovely wife, Artie.
Yeah.
What's yours like, Julie?
Yeah, pretty good.
Is she smart, too?
Oh, very smart.
And pretty? Is she as pretty as your wife, Artie?
Oh, yes, rather, yes. No!
What's the clapper for?
Artie wants a drink.
And he shall have the drink. The waiter will be round soon. I say, do you remember the waiter at the Purple Crow?
Batista? I should think I do.
Oh, I wonder if he's still alive.
Or any cleaner.
Dear old Purple Crow. We never went to the Purple Crow, did we, Arthur?
Oh, yes, we did on several occasions.
Did we?
Yes.
We usually went somewhere grander, like the Berkeley Grill.
We never went to the Berkeley Grill.
We never had the cashel.
Our staple diet was herring, cooked on a fork. Very nice, too.
Yes.
How did the Berkeley Grill seem after that?
All right, oh. At least better than you'd have expected.
Oh, now, come, really, now,
Well,
really.
you couldn't get herring toasted. You couldn't get it toasted on a forkle, darling.
No.
Still, you had Artie.
Oh, it was quite enough.
Tuta.
The funny thing was, my tastes were different when I was with Artie. But, Julie, I should have loved smoked salmon and champagne. While toasted herring all mixed up with Artie party would have made me positively ick.
Sick.
Oh, it's funny the way men twist you around the little finger. You find yourself being exactly what they want.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, yes. Now, you ask your nice wife. Aren't I right?
You're unerring.
I say, what a lovely little place this is, isn't it? Charming
Oh,
spot.
the little town is sweet. Oh,
Yes.
I just went down there to get some sunburn oil.
Oh, really?
Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to put it on. I want to get black as jet. Julie, would you do my back for me?
Mother. Yes. Hand over.
I say, why don't you all come swimming with me?
Well, we haven't got any clothes.
Oh, you can get some at the hotel. You'll come, won't you, Mrs. Palm?
Well, I think it's a lovely idea. I'll certainly come and bathe.
Oh, will you really, darling?
Of course I will.
Oh, well, then I'll come, too.
What about Julie?
Yeah, all right.
Oh, lovely. We'll all have a lovely swim all together. Artie,
Yeah?
do my leg for me, will you?
What?
Why, Artie, that's my signature tune you're whistling. Do you have a signature tune, Mrs. Palm?
I'm afraid I don't know what it is.
You know, a pet private tune you always associate with Artie. They were playing this all the time the day we got married.
Oh, I know. Yes, I know.
I didn't know you were married, darling.
Oh, yes, you did, old chap. I told you last night. Didn't you marry a fellow named Clutterbuck? What did you say, dear?
I shall not go swimming with you.
Oh, really, darling? Why not?
I don't wish to bathe with strangers.
Oh, we'll be quite alone at this hour.
I prefer to take a brisk walk down to the village and cool off.
She's a sweet Artie, your Mrs. Palm.
Yes, she's all right, isn't she? Yes. Turn over and give me your other leg. Come on.
You haven't finished this one yet.
Oh, haven't I, really? Oh, I beg your pardon. Like it?
Yeah, very nice, thanks.
All right, Chucky.
I say, are you staying ashore for the fireworks?
Well, Pomfret and I are.
But not Mrs. Pond?
Not Mrs. Pom.
Nor Mrs. Pugh?
Nor Mrs. Pugh. They don't like fireworks.
Oh, what a shame.
Why?
Well, Clutterbuck doesn't either, but he said I could stay ashore if I could find a party to join up with.
Well, join up with us.
May I really?
You are rather, darling.
Oh, lovely.
No, we booked the room for ourselves.
Yes, we can book one for you.
Will you
too.
really? Oh,
yes,
wonderful. It'll be just like old times.
Yes, yes.
Well, do go off and book it now.
Yes.
And then get yourself some bathing suits and come right back. I'll finish the oiling myself.
Well, come on, dear.
Yes, shall we meet you here?
Yes. No, meet me at the beach.
All right.
Well,
Come on, boy. Here we go.
I stood there on the street listening to Deborah's tale of woe. When she finished, she stomped off in the rain looking more miserable than ever. 2 hours later, I bumped into her husband.
Vinton, boy, how are you? How have you been?
Well, Arthur, I'm fine. I hear you've been on a cruise.
Yes, well, the result is delightful, yes.
Saw Deborah earlier today.
Yeah, the old girl looked fine, didn't she? She's all brown as a nut, didn't she?
Yes,
It was
yes.
really a delightful experience.
Yeah, but I thought you and Deborah didn't care for it.
Oh, nonsense, old boy. It was lovely. Well, sure, old boy, I'm rather in a hurry.
Oh, wait a minute, Arthur. Where are you going? Where are you rushing off to?
I'm going down to the steamship office.
The steamship office.
Yes.
What for?
Why, to get another ticket for a return cruise. You've no idea how that sea air exhilarates one. Well, cheerio, old boy, cheerio.
To all of you throughout the country, the name the American National Theater and Academy is familiar. Now, this organization, chartered by the Congress of the United States, stands ready to serve you in your local theater needs. If you want to establish a theater in your town or community, if your present group needs counsel or advice, even if you plan the erection of a playhouse, call on us. It's our job to be of help to you. It's our job to have the answer to your problems, whatever they may be. Now, next week on Showtime USA...
Your Dodge dealer presents Vinton Freedley, Reza Stevens, Harvey Stone, and Joan Bennett and John Loder in a scene from Samson Rapelson's The Perfect Marriage. This is Showtime USA.
Our special thanks this week to Miss Margaret Whiting. To the Mademoiselles. To Diana Herbert. Sylvia Stone. And John Merivale. And, of course, to our old friend, Arthur Treacher. Last year, 210,000 Americans died of cancer. Guard your family by giving generously to the American Cancer Society. Mail your contribution to cancer, C-A-N-C-E-R, care of your local post office.
Dodge prices start just a few dollars more than the lowest priced cars.
The preceding program, originally telecast by ABC in New York, has come to you by special video recording. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.